Have you ever stopped to think why, after 50, some men seem irresistible while others fall behind? Imagine the scene. You're in a social setting, a party, an event, or even a simple meeting. And there's that man already 50, 60 years old, but with something unique. He's not the youngest, he doesn't have an athlete's body, but women can't stop looking at him. And you, who have seen so many opportunities pass you by, start to ask yourself, why not me? Now, what if I told you that you already have everything you need to be that man inside you? You just need to adjust your focus. But here comes the real fear. What if you never discover what makes these men stand out? What if the chance to become the man you've always wanted to be simply passes you by, and you don't act? Imagine living the rest of your life wondering what could have been, watching opportunities slip through your fingers. The worst part is that, without knowing this secret, you will continue to feel invisible. You will continue to ask yourself, where did I go wrong? But the good news is, it doesn't have to be that way. The secret to becoming the man every woman wants is closer than you think. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to turn this around. Don't waste any more time. Let's discover together how you can become the man everyone admires, without having to wait another second. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and come with me. Here, video after video, I'll show you how to achieve everything you've ever wanted. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. First, confidence that doesn't need to be shouted about. Do you know Bruno? Right away, when he walks into a room, you notice something different, effortless, without needing to make a fuss. He's the kind of man who doesn't need loud introductions. Imagine the scene. He arrives at a gathering of friends at a restaurant at night. The door opens and for a few seconds, even without wanting to, everyone looks at him. Not because he's dressed extravagantly, or because he speaks loudly, but because he carries a presence. Bruno walks with firm but gentle steps, the way he says, "I know where I'm going." His gaze is firm but welcoming, one of those gazes that, when they meet yours, make you feel respected, heard, important. There's no arrogance, no rush, no nervousness. It's just calm. His smile appears lightly, that smile that's neither forced nor automatic. It's sincere, as if to say, "I'm fine, and I'm happy to be here." When he shakes your hand, it's firm, but not aggressive. He looks you in the eye. He's there in the moment, without seeming anxious about what's coming next. While others come in laughing too loudly, trying to get attention by boasting, Bruno settles in calmly, as if the environment itself had to adapt to his serenity. It's as if he were saying, even in silence, "It's okay. I know who I am. I don't need to prove anything to anyone." And women, they can see this from afar. Without a word, they feel safe. They think, this man knows what he wants. And more importantly, he knows who he is. Because Bruno understood something that many people take a lifetime to discover. True strength doesn't lie in shouting. It's not in being the most flashy in the room. It's in the confident silence of someone who doesn't need to compete to be great. This silent strength, which doesn't need an audience, is rare. And everything that is rare is precious. Maybe that's why, wherever Bruno goes, he leaves a trail of respect, curiosity, and admiration. Not because he imposed himself, but because he inspired. When was the last time you walked into a place feeling completely at peace with who you are? Second, conversation that connects. Bruno has always known something that few realize. Those who talk too much end up missing out on the best things in life. Imagine the scene. A dinner with friends, laughter all around, full plates, clinking glasses. Amidst the confusion of voices, most are just waiting for their turn to speak. They want to tell stories, show off, show that they have something to say. But Bruno, he does it differently. Sitting at the table, he listens. Really, he pays attention in a way that is rare these days, as if he wants to unravel the other person, not just fill the silence. A woman starts talking about a book that changed her life. While others would already be thinking about how to draw on their own experiences, Bruno just tilts his head slightly, looking into her eyes, interested. And at the right moment, he asks, "And what else did this book teach you about yourself?" That question, that attention, makes her eyes shine differently. It's as if, all of a sudden, she realizes, finally, someone is really listening to me. While others try to impress by telling how many trips they've taken, or how many diplomas they have, Bruno simply creates a connection. He doesn't need to impress, he needs to feel it together. And that's where the magic lies. Because, in the end, people don't remember exactly what you said. They remember how they felt around you. And around Bruno, they feel special, important, listened to, He understood that the key to a good conversation is not in shining alone, but in making the other person shine together. And that, my friend, is what turns ordinary encounters into unforgettable encounters. When was the last time that, instead of talking about yourself, you stopped to really listen to someone with an open heart? Third, style without exaggeration. Bruno understood something that many men ignore after 50. It is not by trying to look younger that you become more attractive. It is by honoring who you are. Imagine the scene. One sunny afternoon, Bruno gets ready for a casual date. No flashy clothes or trying to follow trends that don't suit him. Instead, he chooses a linen shirt, impeccably cut, comfortable, elegant, without excess. A pair of neat pants, a classic watch that carries history on the wrist and on his feet, well-kept shoes that tell without words that he respects himself. Before leaving, he looks at himself in the mirror. He is not looking for lost youth. He is looking for authenticity. He simply fixes his hair, gives himself a slight smile, and leaves the house with the aura of someone who likes his own story. And do you know what happens when he walks by? He doesn't need flashing neon signs to be noticed. His manner, serene, well-groomed, authentic, draws attention in a much stronger way than any extravagance. Women look at him and think, this is a man who knows himself, who accepts himself, who values himself. Because style, my friend, is not about trying to keep up with the trends. It's about being a refined version of who you've always been. Bruno understood that every wrinkle on his face, every silver hair, every mark of time is part of his identity. And he carries all of this with pride, not as a burden. And it's this quiet elegance that, in the midst of so many trying to be something they're not, becomes simply irresistible. Today, do your style choices reflect who you really are, or who are you trying to be? Fourth, clear purpose. Bruno never lived in the let life take me mode. He always had a reason to wake up with a will, a project, a dream, a personal goal. Imagine him at lunch with friends. While some just complain, Bruno talks about the course he is taking, his travel plans, the book he wants to write. He speaks with a sparkle in his eyes. This energy is contagious. And who notices it first? Women. Because a man with direction is like a beacon in the dark night. He inspires security. Bruno shows that a real man never stops dreaming, at any age. Today, what is the purpose that makes your eyes shine? Fifth, serenity in storms. Bruno learned, when the storm comes, there's no point in shouting. You have to know how to navigate. I'll tell you a quick story. During a trip, Bruno's flight was canceled. The airport became chaos, people shouting, pushing, complaining. And Bruno? He sat in a corner. He ordered a coffee. He watched calm. While the others were losing their heads, he found a new flight. No drama. No stress. This serenity is like a magnet. Because, deep down, everyone wants someone to be a safe haven in difficult times. When life tests you, are you the chaos or the calm? Sixth, take care of your own life. Bruno understood early on. If we don't take care of ourselves, no one else will. He's not radical. He doesn't spend hours at the gym, nor does he live on a crazy diet. But he takes care of himself. He walks every day, gets checked out, pays attention to what he eats. And most importantly, he takes care of his mind. He reads good books. He spends time with people who add value. He nurtures positive thoughts. While many his age are always complaining, Bruno walks steadily, with vitality and a sparkle in his eyes. Because a man who takes care of himself, who respects himself, is a man who knows how to take care of those around him. Today, how are you taking care of your body and your mind? Seventh, experience that taught you how to love better. Bruno has been through a lot. He made mistakes, learned, started over. And life taught him. True love is not made of demands, games, or neediness. It is made of partnership, of respect, of lightness. When he finds a special woman, he doesn't suffocate. He doesn't pressure. He doesn't try to be perfect. He walks together, hand in hand, in the same direction. In a world full of noise and selfishness, this is rare. And that is exactly what makes Bruno a true treasure. His way of loving today conveys security or anxiety. In the end, Bruno did not become this special man by luck. He chose to be this way. He chose to take care of himself. He chose to listen more and talk less. He chose to walk with purpose. He chose to be calm in the storms. He chose to love with maturity. And you can choose too. It doesn't matter what you've been through. It doesn't matter the age on your ID. What matters is what you do from now on. Every small choice you make today is one more brick in the construction of the man you were born to be. So if you want to be that man who has value, respect, and a sparkle in his eyes, start now. If this content made sense to you, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell. There are a lot of good things coming, things that will help you be, every day, the best man you can be. See you in the next video.